microphone, okay. So what's going on, guys? That's not my intro. So hi, guys, and welcome to Conspiracy Saturdays. We're gonna do a part 2 on this. Do not watch this video. Now I'll try to speak louder because you couldn't hear some words. Like you couldn't hear me saying, but the Earth does tilt. So sometimes Antarctica does have some daytime, and as you can see here in this model, when the internet decides to load,
live on
it's
a ball,
always, so look,
and there's
it's
no way
always daytime. Only the edges get that's not right. No, Antarctica sometimes it's all daylight and the sun never sets. Sometimes it's all nighttime, but here it's always nighttime all throughout the whole year, even though it faces some daylight. That's the wrong model. And you're saying if I sail from America, I can reach Antarctica here? No. To sail down.
I can address all of them, but here's some of the most common objections. People say that other planets...
because there's so many objections, because it's not. Because this is a ridiculous theory. It's not a plausible theory.
planets are round, but as I mentioned earlier, we believe
Flat Earth theory, that is.
Planets are just lights in the sky, not places you can go.
Yeah, not places we can go. There are places we could go. NASA has sent many satellites. I still remember the Cassini one. Oh, I remember Cassini. It was a satellite that dive bombed into Saturn. Oh, then there's Jupiter. The satellites have also visited Jupiter. I think we've almost visited all the planets. Yeah, all planets have satellites, maybe except Neptune. I'm not quite sure about Neptune and Uranus. I know definitely Pluto had New Horizons. And there's Voyager 1. All these effort that NASA made, and you're just chucking it out of the window. There's also satellites around the sun.
Wandering stars that are part of our system, not outside it. Space, as you think of it, is a lie.
It is inside our system, but like from the solar system, and their main coverage away, and we orbit the sun.
People say there are no pictures of the edge.
Like inside the system, like in our sky. That's because if it is, that's not right.
Well, that's because of the Treaty of Antarctica that does not allow for private.
The Treaty of Antarctica does let you go there. It just doesn't let you go there for like some purposes. Some purposes are not. Some purposes are not good. You have to like get permission from the government. Scientists work there.
Private exploration beyond the 60th parallel, upheld by the United Nations, whose flag also happens to be the map of the flat Earth.
Yeah, that's just a mere coincidence. You copied the United Nations. United Nations, they all wanted to fit the countries into one map.
Earth. People say
like it won't be very good logo. It won't be very good logo if it's just like 3 globes. Like 3 circles, each representing like a side of a globe. Like one is Asia, one is like you see Asia and Australia, the other is Middle East and Africa and America and South America. It won't be very good. It will be a very big logo. And some countries will be angry if like which globe was first and stuff. So the first they just made it flat so people can see all the countries.
Say sunsets disprove the flat Earth because we believe the sun stays at a constant height in the sky as it circles above our head, which is true. However, you'll notice on clear days with minimal humidity, the missing water in the atmosphere allows you to see the sun shrink into the distance as it moves away.
Really? It shrinks in the distance because you're spinning away from it. Oh my god.
It appears to go down just like the lights in this hallway appear to go down. However, if the lights in this hallway were considerably higher than the observer, they would appear to shrink very little as they moved away.
Yes, because hallway lights are the same thing as... Yes, those hallway lights are just simple lights, are the same thing as a 1.5 million kilometers big ball 150 million kilometers away, and it's basically a nuclear ball on around Earth spinning away. Yeah. Because that makes sense.
If we were to create some atmospheric magnification, they could even appear to grow as they approach the horizon, just as the sun does on humid days. And what about gravity? Well, to put it plainly, we don't believe in gravity. We believe things govern themselves based on density, buoyancy, and the electromagnetic.
So you're saying that they just govern themselves, like this bed here, this, like, for example, take a bed. It's like, oh, I'm deciding to just stay down. No, gravity makes it go down, okay? It's gravity.
Force, all three things that are measurable and provable.
Gravity is provable. If the things don't go up, or things are orbiting around it, there's gravity.
Gravity, even though it is sold as a law, is actually just a theory, and it's truly only needed to stick things to a ball or have that ball revolve around another ball. Newton himself had doubts about gravity, and in fact, it has never been proven to exist. There was an experiment.
But it was proven to exist. Like, things stay down because of gravity, so it's proven to exist. Oh my god, let's do it here. Of course, Newton had doubts about his theory, but Newton has been proven right.
Performed in which gravity waves were supposedly detected from two black holes orbiting each other 1 billion light years away. Just for some perspective, the sun is only 8 light minutes away. So multiply that distance by 65,000 to get a light year.
But it's because we didn't have very good technology early for black holes. Now we have very good gravity measures. We could detect small gravity waves, but not very small. Because Star Wars, black holes, they're very dense and they have a lot of gravity.
Then multiply it by 1 billion. Then turn out the lights because they're black holes. They claim that everything in the universe gives off gravity waves, including the moon, yet they did not detect it from the moon.
We now do detect it. We have better technology now.
Detected it from two black holes 1 billion light years away. They were supposedly distorting space-time, and the amount which...
And plus, things colliding do get a lot of gravity, especially if it's black holes.
They claim to have detected this space-time being distorted was less than the diameter of the nucleus of an atom. So, please use your brains the next time you see NASA come up with a big discovery. Look how it's always accompanied with an artist rendering or an image instead of a picture, just like this image of a black hole.
You expect us to get a super good zoomed-in image on something tens of trillions of kilometers away? That's outrageous. It's gonna take thousands and thousands of years of our technology by now. And just composite does not mean fake. It just means edited. It's slightly edited, but it's the basic picture. See, it could have been very cloudy, and NASA would have wanted to clear some clouds. Plus, oh yeah, that's it. I'm just getting ahead of myself.
That they supposedly stitched together from multiple forms of data that just happen.
Understand radio telescopes, then you can tell me. Okay, they use codes to gather a picture. Okay, that radio telescopes work like that. Understand it, then tell me about this theory.
Happens to look a lot like the cover of the Soundgarden album, Black Hole Sun. Now, the big question, why would somebody cover this up? Well, because the forces of evil cannot rule the original creation, the one created by God. They have to create an artificial one, a perception, in order to remove the true God from the equation, lifting themselves up to be gods. And they do this by creating a false reality, making people unknowingly exist in it, thus controlling them, making it possible for everyone, including the 99.9% of people working at NASA, to unknowingly propagate the lie. And that perception is so powerful, it can make someone who is...
Whoa, that's... What? Are you okay, bro? Do you have trusting issues? Sure, the government can be evil with the money, but it's not that evil.
Provably standing still tell you that they're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and someone who is standing right side up tell you that they're actually upside down. Now, I know you have more questions, and we have the answers. And even though your heart may feel like you're hearing truth, I'm sure there are many objections that have arisen in your mind. Remember,
Yes, objections that actually tell me the truth. Okay, and my heart is like, nah, this dude is just rubbish. Not this dude, sorry. This theories, these objections to round Earth.
we used to be you. We have already had to deal with those objections.
You did, yes, you did used to be us. Then you got sleep deprived, and then you became a flat earther. Then you're like, oh shoot, what have I done? And then you just get so absorbed in it. Yeah, I mean, have you heard about this YouTuber who was an ex flat earther, and one of the flat earthers called Ranty, I think? He just called him a nobody. So you get a lot of hate to converted from flat earth society. Sleep deprivation does some funky stuff to you, doesn't it?
Just don't let the projection of someone else's perception get in the way of your pursuit of truth. If you do, it only proves that you're under someone else's control.
No, it proves that I can use logic and understand science.
I pray that you take this seriously because the stakes are high. Don't let anything get in the way of your pursuit of truth because the truth will set you free. God bless.
But I've accepted the truth, and the truth is the earth is round. You haven't accepted the truth. You are not free because you're trying to get everybody to be on your side. You're not free.